Good morning, Mesh. The After Joke Thoughts. My name is Uyonela Mashalaba, aka the iceberg that never broke. Ice is less dense than water, but we all know what happened to the Titanic. Catch us on Twitter as at Mashalaba Speaks, and on IG it will be the man Yonela, and then you will also catch us on Facebook as Uyonela Mashalaba. Again, what I usually speak about on this particular platform is just my opinions. But today, in particular, we're going to be speaking on an incident that happened after my park run. Yesterday, it was a Saturday, I went for a park run. And then after that, I headed to town. I took a taxi to town. And then something happened on my way back. So I just wanted to let you guys know what happened. It kind of made me really mad. I'd say more pissed me off more than anything else. So on Wednesday, a friend of mine called me on Wednesday to ask me, in fact, to go to a particular pharmacy in Central Port Elizabeth, Govan to collect a certain medication for his friend. Okay, and then I said I'd do it. And then on Saturday after my park run, I then went to Govan to try and assist my friend to assist his friend to get this type of medication. So I go to town. It was all nice. After my jog, I felt great. I went to town. And then I got there, I met the lady that I was sent to. She did manage to give me the medication that I required. So on my way back in a taxi, there was this other old old woman, with what I think was the grandchild. They were trying to make their way to Pearson High School for awards. But from what I can collect is that that Pearson High School is not necessarily the school that this young girl goes to, but the awards were held in Pearson High School this year. So they didn't know the directions, né? So I was gonna get off at Pick and Pay to get a couple of things. So I then offered to show them the way, because they were supposed to get off Pick and Pay. But the issue is Pearson High School is just a little bit further than Pick and Pay. You have to walk. It's not a long distance, but for an elderly person, it would be what you consider like a lengthy distance. So I'm working with these two, in fact, the old lady and the granddaughter, or what appeared to be the granddaughter, and the old lady just seemed to be struggling, you know. So in my mind, I was like, yo, lo mama is not gonna make it to Pearson High School. So I decide, you know what, let me just take out my cell phone and book these people an Uber. It will probably only cost me like 21 rands, you know, so let me just do this. So I then booked the Uber, and then the Uber was accepted, obviously, and then it said that the waiting spot was in Pick and Pay. So I'm walking with them. They're walking just a little bit behind me, but not too far. And then I tell them, obviously, that the Uber will be waiting near Debonairs. So we were making our way there, and then as we just getting into the Pick and Pay entrance, we trying to cross the gate from the one side to the other side, obviously trying to get into Pick and Pay. So this Bantam comes, white Bantam comes, as I'm a little bit further than the two, and then the Bantam comes, and then luckily the granddaughter saw the car quicker. Because I was already halfway through, I try walking across, but obviously I am not trying to run, okay, because that can also be dangerous. So I'm walking, and then this guy just kind of almost just hits me, and then I'm like, what's going on? Like I was really pissed, because here I am, ndihamba nomuntu omdala, and then I'm almost halfway, and then this guy just could not just spare just a few seconds. Like, I think 5 seconds of patience would have been okay for me to just cross, and maybe just 10 more seconds to allow the old lady to just pass, would have just been courteous, not only careful, because what that young man did was very dangerous. So I was very mad. I was very mad at that, and then I helped the old lady and the granddaughter to the Uber. Okay, and then they go, and then I see this a young man. First thing, before I see this young man, in my mind I had already had a description of this person, because that was like very stupid and dangerous behavior. So in my mind I already thought this boy was probably skinny in high school and buffed up, and now he thinks he owns the world, and that probably explains this behavior to me before I even saw him. And bam, when I see him, yes, it looks like someone who used to be skinny and then he's buffing up, and now he probably thinks that he's in control of the world. So I ask him, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you trying to run us over? And then he's like, so I'm like, you could have ran that old woman over, for example. And then he's like, no, the old woman had already stepped on the side and you were the one who was in the middle of the road. And I'm like, oh, dude, was I in the middle of the road, or was I trying to cross the road? And it's like, yeah, but you were too slow. We have things to do, we're in a rush, we're all in a rush, You can't just stroll across the road. So I'm like, dude, what the F are you talking about, bruh? Like, I'm trying to cross the road. I'm halfway across the road. I'm halfway to cross the road. So, like, what are you talking about? My life is precious. You in a car, you trying to run me over. What's up with that? And then he wanted to come forward and whatnot. And I'm like, dude, what's your problem? I'm asking you, what's your problem? Why can't you just wait for a couple of seconds instead of trying to run me over? So I was very mad at that time. And luckily the girlfriend intervened. This guy's girlfriend intervened and told, dude, just let this thing go. And then he let it go. But I was very, very, very angry about that. The fact that this guy, like, literally almost ran me over, basically almost killing me, in a sense, because if you're trying to run someone over with a car, to me there's no other intention but to kill, because a car has a potential to kill someone. So if you're trying to run me over, then you're trying to kill me. So that has just been bothering me for like since yesterday. And then today, as I got on my jog, I was jogging and I was still thinking about this, and I'm like, what pisses me off is the fact that I go to this guy and I ask him what his problem is, why he's trying to run us over, and he's still acting in this behavior, showing no remorse, showing no nothing. So to me, this behavior was intentional, So it got me thinking, and I know some of you might say I'm overreacting, but for me, it's not right, and I intend on making this right. I'm not gonna let that boy get away with this. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go to Pick n Pay, and I'm gonna ask for CCTV cameras if possible. I have the receipt of approximately what time I was there, so I'm gonna ask for these receipts there. I'm gonna ask for this camera footage, and upon that, I'm going to open a case. So I'm at the Humewood Police Station. I just opened a case of intimidation, and hopefully the prosecution will also add a case of reckless and negligent driving. So first thing first, I had a very bad service. First I went to a Pick n Pay to try and see if the footage does exist of the incident that I am alleging occurred, and it seems like the footage is there, and it seems like the facts are what I say they are, but the security told me that they can't give me the license plate of the alleged perpetrator, but I should come and open a case, and then only then will the license plate be available. So that is why I'm here. I came to open the case, and then, like I said, what type of case I opened. When I came here, the service was very bad. At first, I dealt with one. I think it was an investigating officer or whatnot, but he just had like very bad attitude towards me, telling me that, yeah, how do I know that this guy intended to do what I said he did and whatnot? And I'm like, bruh, like, why are you trying to debate with me instead of telling me what to do? Because I'm not here to debate like I'm in a court. I'm telling you what happened. You should be helping me, telling me what type of case I should open, because obviously something went wrong here. So if you feel that I don't know this person and therefore there's no intent, for me that does not make sense. So finally someone tried helping me. A black investigative officer came through, and then he said he was going to help me, and then he did try and figure out what happened, and then he consulted with another lady. I think she probably deals with family issues, I don't know, and then they got to understand what happened, and then I'm opening a case now. Like I said, it's a case of intimidation, and with the hope that also the reckless driving will be added there. So yeah, the lady that took down the case was very helpful. The security at Pick n Pay was also very, very helpful. I have to thank him. He was very helpful, and then he said he will just cooperate with the police as soon as I open the case. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that the police are gonna take this case seriously, because yeah, the young man did try to run me over unnecessarily. So I was just going about my day, trying to mind my own business, helping an elderly woman get to where she needed to go. So I don't think his behavior was necessary. So and for me, like I said, the fact that I feel like he feels like he was entitled to do that is what makes me mad. So yeah, I'm supporting a friend as well. Nancy Lesama, guys, go on, support this gentleman with his business initiatives. I did so. Yeah, I'll hear what happens after this. So I'll wait for the outcome of the case. They're supposed to send me a text with the case number, and then we'll just follow that from there. All right, like I said, my name is Uyonela Mashalaba, aka the iceberg that never broke.